for your invitation, Sham, to experience the clink, the chaos, and all of the empowerment secret you desire. There's a secret in the bottle, the bottle, the bottle. I just can't get a little clink with chaos, you know we got some. Hella hood with class, baby, I'm doing one. Come sip and savor so we can spill some. And if you lost your way, we'll leave the light on. There's a secret in the bottle, the bottle, the bottle. I just can't get enough. Champagne secrets. Confidants, welcome to the chalet for champagne conversations. If this is your first time here, welcome. And hi, I'm the Empress, and you are joining me for grown discussions and bubbly banter. Over here, we give classy with a twist, huh? A little clink with chaos with a side of charm. So if you're ready to sip, savor, and spill, then come on in. And if you're one of my non-alcoholic confidants, grab you a non-alcoholic bubbly and get in here. Are those glasses filled up? We'll take those glasses and raise them high in the air. Those of you who know it's time for our positivity and affirmations. I am a beacon of peace, radiating calmness and serenity from within. I affirm my commitment to protect this peace like a cherished gem, shielding it from the chaos of the world. I vow to let nothing disrupt my inner tranquility, for within it lies my greatest strength and resilience. My peace is a testament to my self-care and self-love, a sanctuary where I can recharge and find balance. I choose to prioritize my peace, knowing that it is the foundation upon which I build my best life. So cheers to you, confidant, for you are worth it. So y'all listen, it looks like Spice and Karlie Redd's friendship is over. Spice has gone live and done a whole video about it. And I want to listen to the video and we're going to dissect it and see who's really wrong in this situation. Is it both of them? Do you think Spice is reaching? Or is Karlie Redd really doing too much? So we're going to check out this live and then we're going to have a discussion about it, all right? Your glass is filled up. You have your drinks. You cozied up. Because this video is about 45 minutes, so let's get ready to get into it.
Okay, for those of you who's just joining me, I started by saying that I saw a little clip on Love and Hip Hop, and even though I understand that Love and Hip Hop is not a Spice show, you're not going to see a full conversation with me and Karlie. But the few clip that I saw, it kind of, Jesus Christ, Finn, me can't manage here, you know. Somebody text me and say, I'm fix my eyelash. Me not fix it, you know. I say it a state, I drop off. My lash I come off, the wig I come off. Anyway, so I was explaining that I saw a clip on Love and Hip Hop, and the few clip that I saw, I understand how you probably also would receive it, because I'm one of the person who's always saying, if you're not see the show for 1 hour and you see 30 seconds, you're going to comment on that 30 seconds that you see. And the 30 seconds that I also see made it seems like I didn't want Karlie to talk, and that was never the intention, and that was never the conversation. I sat in that park and we spoke for 2 hours, and I expressed to her why I was feeling the way I was feeling when I was in my darkest moment, because I was the type of person that I was a friend to Karlie to the end. When Una used to cuss her, Una used to bash her, I was like one of her only friends. And so in my dark moment, when I was going through what I was going through, I felt like it was at that dark moment that she kind of turned against me. And so let me just jump into it. I don't know what y'all talking about. Eyelash come off. That's not even, we can't take off the eyelash and finish the live. So this is the letter that I wrote to Karlie. It's a 6-page letter. I wanted to really just express to her everything that was going on in my mind. I received your letter, and I know it's been a while. However, I've been wrestling with a series of emotions that I've found challenging to articulate to you in person, and a few of my emotions have caused me to act out wrongly. And I want to acknowledge that I understand that, and it was instigated by a familiar pain that I feel when I love someone and they hurt me deeply. Our friendship has always meant a lot to me, but some of your actions have left me feeling deeply hurt and troubled. The way things unfolded between us has caused a considerable amount of pain in my heart. There were multiple moments in our friendship where I felt betrayed and used, and it weighed heavily on me and caused a lot of pain. You guys hearing me? Okay. There were multiple moments in our friendship where I felt betrayed and used, and it weighed heavily on me, and it caused sleepless nights. However, I want to take passionate time in explaining each step in detail so that you can understand my emotions from my shoes, and not only yours. I value our friendship immensely, and I was left bewildered for months. And I know it's very important for me to express that I know that I have hurt you and caused you a lot of pain, right? This letter is not to assign any blame or guilt onto you, but rather to communicate how your actions have impacted me and to bring more clarity and peace, because it was never my intentions to go an eye for an eye. I hope that addressing all of this will pave the way for healing for both of us, right? This long part, it says, I've been doing a lot of reflection, and I realized that I placed you in a category in my life that I looked to you like a sister. And so I never deemed you as disloyal, and I genuinely love you so much, and I am sure that you know that. I cared for you in such a way that no one could ever think to say anything bad about you. I used to pick up for you even when you're right or wrong. I fought for you, that's blah, blah, blah. It's a very long letter, 6 pages. I believed in you, I believed in your career, even when no one else did. I spoke highly about you, I defended you, even when everyone was against you. Messy or not, you was my friend. I spoke good about you when you were not in the room. You didn't do the same for me. I explained to her that I spoke everything good about you all the time, and it really hurt my feelings how in return you tried to paint a bad picture to people about me. It was painful to hear how you spoke about me in rooms when I was not there. Please know that each of what you did to me, I will try my very best to explain in details, because I know you keep saying that you don't understand. I said the first thing that threw me off, she said, "Ooh." I said, I'm reading a letter that I wrote to Karlie. It's a 6-page letter, because I understand that people don't understand what's going on between Karlie and I. And on Love and Hip Hop, when you see certain clips, which is a few seconds, it's people just feel like, oh, me crazy, or me just get up and act crazy. So I want to read the letter, since the letter it never get a chance for show up on Love and Hip Hop. So that's what the letter is about. So I continue to say, the first thing that confused me last year was when I was in the hospital. You said you didn't tell anyone about where I was. But Princess, I just see Princess comment on here a while ago. I'm sorry, your name is there. I said, but Princess told me that you called her and you told her to come and visit me and where to come and visit me in the DR, yet you said you didn't tell anyone. So it made me feel like you were deciding who was entitled to come and visit me in my lowest time. And I expressed to her and explained why I felt some kind of way. And over that visit, I said, secondly, last year you made a group call with all of my friends. I'm going to read the letter, and then in my own words, I'm going to tell you what was happening. I said, secondly, last year, you made a group call with all of my friends and trying to turn my friends against me. When you made that group call and was talking about me behind my back, that truly hurt my feeling. I said, the funny part about it is that same conversation that shocked me was the same time on that group call, one of my friends that you were talking to, one of my old friends, accidentally sent me an hospital video all of a sudden that I had no idea that was being recorded of me. And the conversation to the video that they sent me was, you can use this. They were making reference to that video that was sent to my phone. And I had absolutely no idea that my hospital visit was being recorded. Okay. It made me think that you were plotting to use the hospital video against me, because no one told me that they were recording my doctor talking about my illness in the DR. And that video was kept for an entire year without my knowledge. Mind you, I got sick in 2022. I said this video was sent to my phone in 2023. So just to keep you track that Love and Hip Hop is not a live show, okay? So this letter was given to her 2023. So I said, it made me feel like you was plotting to use this hospital video against me because no one told me that they were recording my doctors talking about my illness in the DR. And that video was kept without my knowledge. I said, it's a lot of things that made me look at you sideways as a friend. And to be honest, that's the day when our friendship ended for me. Mind you, I did not only end the friendship with Karlie, I ended with all of who was involved, but we're going to get to that. The only thing is Karlie is the only friend that happens to be on Love and Hip Hop with me. So you thinking that, oh, Karlie's just one of the only friends that's on the show. So you're not going to see me talking to the other friends that I stopped talking to because of this. So I'll explain. I said, it's a lot of things that made me look at you sideways as a friend. And to be honest, that day, that was what ended our friendship for me. I just didn't know how to communicate the conflicting confusion at the time when I was fighting for my life. Okay? Right. I said, I didn't know how to explain all of this conflicts and confusion at the time when I was fighting for mine, because the time I still had open wounds and my emotions was already delicate and I just didn't have the strength. I said the third part of my pain was how I remember when, it's a long letter, God, that's 6 pages. I said the third part of my pain was how I remembered when we constructed our song together like it was yesterday. We started at my old house, writing, laughing, going back and forth in the studio with you over and over until you got it right. I invested a lot of time into the song. We actually recorded one song. I told you I didn't like it. And so we went back and forth with you again because I wanted to make sure that, the song was good. So we were in studio for weeks until we recorded a whole new song. And I never stopped until you got a perfect song. Because I believed in Karlie when none of y'all did. So let us be clear and get that out of the way. I said, when you submitted it for a celebration moment, I honestly felt like I should have been a part of that celebration. Instead, you left me out. So that's why I said I felt used. And I said, however, maybe I was being sensitive. Maybe you felt like I shouldn't have been a part of the celebration, but I feel like I didn't care. I said, I honestly, maybe you feel like I didn't care, but honestly, I did. I felt like I was a part of the pain of the song, and so I should have been a part of the gain. And so my feelings was hurt a little bit. I said, I'm sorry I have to be extremely detailed with this scenario, but you keep saying you don't understand why I'm upset. So I'm listing everything as we go along so you can understand. I said, but I want to be transparent with you with my feelings. I said the fourth thing that you did to hurt me deeply was how I remember when it was your birthday, I surprised you. I flew you to Costa Rica for a weekend. We laughed. We were having the time of our life. You didn't even know where you was going when I flew you out until we landed. I book you whatever suite, la da da. Me never like to read them parts where I was telling Karlie. I said it was very big for me. I can't even let my other friends know how I treated you as a friend because they probably would have taken my head off saying I treat you better than them. I said there was no cameras when it was your birthday. And so you know that everything I did for you was from my heart. I said in return, I bought Louis Vuitton bags, which I got my receipt, Versace bag, ordered cake, rented a Sprinter party bus. I never spoke about this to anyone because that's not what the type of friendship that we have. I said, I never spoke about the cost of anything. I never spoke about the cost or talk about it in any way like you was a burden to me. And so the only reason I'm listing it now is so that you can understand why I felt a certain way when my birthday came around and people was coming up to me telling you kept complaining about what you was spending on me. Lord Jesus, let along. It's 6 pages. So I said that really hurt my feelings because it made me feel like less than myself, and it was very embarrassing because people kept coming up to me. So it kind of spoiled my birthday and my entire Jamaica trip. I said, all the gifts I bought for you, I went directly to the store at Lenox Mall to buy them. I said, but the Celine bag that you gave me for my birthday, it seems like it was fake. I said, the Celine bag that you bought me for my birthday, it seemed to me that that bag was fake. It's a knockoff. I said, you can please correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not perfect, but I can show you the signs to that bag, why the reasons led me to believe the conclusion of the bag. Because the whole of the Celine thread a strip off. And we know that Karlie always have our receipt. So the reason why I told her that that bag she gave me for my gift was fake was so she can come with our receipt because she always come with our receipt. So if me tell Karlie, say, Karlie, you buy me a fake bag for my birthday, why you give me a fake bag? That's a disrespect. You can't give me a knockoff bag. Karlie, well, we know would have come with our receipt and said, no, girl, this bag is not fake. Here is the receipt where I bought your bag, right or wrong. This is Karlie we're talking about. Remember, say Karlie said she had the receipt, the receipt queen. So a lot of you say, oh, take accountability, take accountability. Yes, I can take accountability. But it's been months now I've been telling Karlie that why would you give me a fake knockoff bag? I don't do that. I don't play those games. Like, it to me, I don't know how you take it. Can you see one thing? Me know my fans them. When me wrong, me see them as them wrong. Or me never did have to do that. Because me a human being. I'm not perfect. So a lot of you who love say, oh, take accountability, that's only because you don't know me. But again, I understand. You're going off of the narrative of the 30-second clip that you may see. But correct me if I'm wrong. If you want to feel some kind of way, if you know the type of person you are for someone, how you go all out for them, you give them you not give them no fake. So it's like, to me, I feel like she I don't know if I explain it. I don't know if I talk to her. God know. It's like it's just disrespectful. That's disrespectful. So when I said it to her, I was saying it for her to say, no, here's the receipt. Because if Karlie come to me right now and she say, oh, your bag that you bought for me was fake, I don't even have to have the physical receipts. I can go to Versace store or going to Louis Vuitton and give them my cell phone number and they can bring up the long list of things that I purchased from the store. It's recorded there in every transaction. All I have to do is give them my number. So the Karlie that I know, the long time that I've been accusing her, because it's an accusation. It's an accusation because me a girl, me always buy things and shop and and Mr. The sea come off of the Celine bag. And the E catch up on one place and look so right. So me start accuse I said the bag fake. It don't have to be facts. But you da come with a receipt. Alright. So that's one part. I tell her I said the bag fake. Me I wait for her to come with the receipt all now. Remember me know the date when she give it for my birthday. So she now can't come make up no receipt and give me. She have to show me in her phone where she go buy the Celine bag. 2021. She have to show me where she buy the bag. 2021. And then the argument done. So I said to her, I said, the gifts that I bought for you, I went directly to the store in Lenox Mall to buy all of them. I said, but the Celine bag that you gave me, it seemed like it was fake. It's a knockoff. But you can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not perfect. But I can show you the signs and the reasons why it led me to that conclusion of the bag. And I said I was waiting for the receipts. I said to her, I continued and I said to her, the fifth thing that concerned me was when your friend, listen, you know, I said was when your friend had sex with my ex-man, coming a day with the rest again, but me not go all about nothing on top because like me say, the left eye, the eye, yeah. One of the left a piece of lash, we not act like some of my body in them lash, them not really not. Them lash don't real. She's Anyway, listen, come now, come back, come talk about this. Just listen, you don't have to listen. Just take heed and listen. The letter is 6 pages, and I wrote a long letter to Karlie because Karlie kept to play the victim and I act like I just did not want to be her friend because I am crazy. And I started this and I said, this is not a Spice show, and I understand that. So I do not expect you're gonna have a full explanation on love and hip-hop of every single detail, everything what happened. So I may get that part. And that's why I choose to use my platform for talk about my own thing, because this are this. And when we depend love and hip-hop, I don't get fit go down in it and talk about this. So make we read the letter and then we can talk. I said the fifth thing that was very concerning was when your friend had sex with my ex-man. Yes, that harassed me attack behind my back, and I was told that you knew about it and you did not tell me. I said, however, when I told you about the incident, you acted like it was nothing and you continued to show up with her in places that I was in as if it was nothing. But if the shoes was on the other foot, you would have wanted me to stick by you. I said, however, I've grown and I've learned to accept that loving someone in a certain way does not mean that that person is going to love you back. That's what I said. And we're going to speak on each part of it in my own words. I had to write this letter this way so she can read it and so she can understand. But long and short of it, when me done, let me continue. Me say, when our friendship started, when our friendship started showing signs of betrayal, it was hard for me to digest. I said, sadly, my life cycle has always been whenever I love someone, they always betray me. I said, it doesn't matter how much of my heart and soul I said, it doesn't matter. I said to her, I said, sadly, my life cycle has been whenever I love someone, they always betray me. And it doesn't matter how much of my heart and soul I pour into them, they always in return just walk over it. My reaction to you last year was wrong, and it was mirrored by the fact that I was feeling a familiar feeling of betrayal, and I was more hurt by the feeling because it was coming from you, the last person on earth that I thought would have hurt me. I said, I remember when you were crying to me when we were in Jamaica. You said, if no one else in this world have your back, you know for a fact that I had your back. All I wanted was to feel the same way from you. I said, so when you started to doing the things behind my back to hurt me, it hurt me deeply, and it caused our friendship to become complicated. I said, I hope that all of this explanation can bring you more clarity for peace and healing, and I wish you God's grace. That was the letter. That was the letter. And the clip that you saw when I was trying to talk was because I know Karlie do not want me to read the letter, so she kept saying, let me talk, let me talk, let me talk. No, read the letter. Listen to why I'm angry. Stop making it seem like I'm crazy, or stop painting me to be a villain. Stop telling people, oh, I'm this person and that person, when you know who I am. Stop doing it. I was good to you. You was friends with me for 5 years, almost more than 5 years. So now all of a sudden, you want to paint like me's this person. When I said princess, this is the princess I was talking about. So that's why I pinned her comment, because that's her name in the letter. Because I was shocked when Princess said to me that Karlie called me. She was talking to me. She was telling me where you were and stuff like that. So how did Karlie get to decide who visit me while I was dying? It was wrong. I felt some kind of way because people who I wanted to probably open my eyes and see, I didn't see them. And I'm pinning Princess' comment because it says, I told the truth, sis. I heard you and I felt your true pain, sis. I know it's more, I don't know how to show more. But Princess, thank you, I love you. But when the princess in the letter, this is producer Princess. This ain't no joke person. This is a big, respectable person in the business. This is not even somebody that y'all normally see. Who in Atlanta, who know producer Princess, they know who this woman is. This is the... I don't know if she want me to say it because I don't like to bring people in mix up, because I know that this is a respectable woman. But I don't have time to play games. I don't have time to tell lies. and I pin Princess comment so that y'all can see that this is not no made up story. Because a lot of you like to talk about, oh, this is made up. This is real life. This is not where people are make up. Me no need for make up story for love and hip hop. I'm a real artist. Something that y'all seem to be taking for granted. So for me to go through a 6-page letter. Thank you, Princess, by the way. I love you. I appreciate the support, because you could have keep your mouth shut and act like you never said what you said or whatever. But I mean, there's no reason for you to lie. So no reason for you to keep it a secret anyway. So thank you for actually coming out, because that's another thing that I have with friends. When they say things or do things, and then when they come out, them act like say, wash your hand of all of it. Them act like say, oh, by the way, Spice official stats, you don't understand how much love and respect I have for you. I love you so much. Spice QOD already always expressed to you how I love you. But I love you guys. But what I'm not gonna do is see y'all out there, like always just coming to support me. I have to make you know the real truth. And so, yeah, me want to go over the things them. I already telling you about the bag. I want to understand that very clearly. But imagine the situation, because I'm telling you, I'm not going to talk about this again. So I'm going to speak in my own language now. Who get it, and who not get it. Karlie was friends with a girl. The girl was fucking Justin, because me can't call people name. Because I have proof and I have receipts. So when a lot of you talk about, oh, I'm going to sue you for defamation of character, it's not defamation of character if it's true. So I'm calling names because it's true. Because when I love talk about, oh, this is a made up storyline, I don't need to make up story for love and hip hop. My story, my life is real. My life is a real life. I'm a real artist. I don't have time to play games. So when I call name, it's because this is facts. This is not no storyline, and this is not make-up story. Nobody can come sue me for no defamation, because what I'm speaking is facts. So let's take it back. Karlie was friends with, what the girl name again? I don't even remember the girl name. I remember her name. Shit, she do makeup. What the girl name? I don't even think about them. I don't remember the girl name. Karlie was friends with a girl. The girl was fucking Justin. They didn't tell me, but I found out, okay? I'm not going to tell you how I found out, but when I found out, I confronted Justin, I confronted the girl, confronted Karlie. You listening to the story, right? The girl used to come to my house to do my makeup. She used to come at my house all when Justin in at the house. Mind you, they used to have a relationship. When I confronted them said it was before me, so they didn't feel like, oh, I didn't tell me it's not. No, them stopped talk, and I did before me, and them never feel like it was nothing because of this and because of that. Bitch, I don't care if it was 100 BC. If you're gonna come to my home when my man there, in my face, I do my face, you need to say that. Like, don't hide behind my back being my man's ex-woman and up in my face. What? Who is crazy people? Who does that? That's crazy. And you know the worst thing about it? Them turn around and make it look like I'm me crazy. So who not gonna tell me if me crazy, Listen to the story again. Because when I'm upset, I realize even on camera, I don't know how to explain myself. Because I'm the type of person, I've never had to explain myself to no bitch. I don't give a fuck. When I get my conclusion, I'm out. I'm done. I'm like that. That's just who I am. I can't change that. And I understand on social media, when people come off real, you don't take it as fake. But when somebody real, you don't understand. So listen again. Karlie was friends with a girl. She's also a makeup artist. Her name now come to me, but I remember the girl name. Because she have the audacity. I have her screenshot. She go in on my DM and text me about, why you telling Karlie this and that? The girl used to live at Karlie yard. She used to live with Karlie. But she's also a makeup artist, so she used to do my face. So I used to make her come to my house to do my face. So she's coming to my house. She's laughing in my face. She's laughing up with Justin. Then they act like cookie, kiki. When we find out that bitch is Justin ex-gal when used to fuck. So when me go to she said, oh, it was before her. But you know, Lord God, 10 years I give it a pillar. Me a girl, me not in the foolishness. I saw me stay. Me very just chop, 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 chop. So that's why I wanna see me the rest. Wanna find out argument done. So wanna know now. So who want take it and run with it, take it and run with it. But when thing Gracie I go do, attack our truth, and Gracie I go always lay it out on the table and move on. I mean, not care and give a fuck about that. So them claims that because it was before me, I shouldn't feel no way, but I still did feel a way. So if you feel like I shouldn't feel a way, y'all can tell me, okay? Y'all be fair and tell me, right? After I went to Karlie about it, come in, the girl live with Karlie, and them say Karlie know about it and she never tell me because she never said the need to tell me because it was before me. But even after I go to her and say, Karlie, can you believe this girl been in my house for 2 years? Wait, more than 2 years. Because she was in my apartment before I bought my first house in Atlanta. Because the house that I'm living in now, that's not my first house. So at first I was renting an apartment. That girl used to do my face. So it's 5 years. Hey, hey, hey. Mighty God of Daniel, Jesus Christ. The girl there in my yard, I do my face for 5 years. And she used to take the man. She used to sex with the man. And she never tell me. And she come on my yard when Justin there. She had do my makeup. She and Justin a friend. And she in my house with the man. And them I go turn around and say, them never need to tell me because it was before me. You guys, I got to see me react to certain things when somebody do me. When I was such a real, genuine friend to Karlie, when you guys used to turn against her. And then you go turn around and say, me not feel no way, me should not react. Me not act no way, why I'm mad? What's wrong with me? That's very disrespectful. That's very extremely disrespectful. All of them was just laughing in my face. While I was there supporting and pushing up Karlie. Karlie was just laughing in my face. And mind you, we know Karlie gonna come play victim and say, I didn't know. I didn't know. I had no idea. And that's okay. That's cool. But I told you though. So let's say you didn't know before, but when I told you, you acted like it was nothing. You acted like I was crazy. You were looking at me like, oh, so why you mad? And you were still friends with the girl. So when I moved from my first house, 40 minutes away from Atlanta, and I bought my house, now, after y'all did me all of that, I moved away from my house that I bought, packed up all my shit, bought a house for $2 million US. You moved behind me. And that girl is still your friends, so I must come home. Seeing that girl outside, and I must just be okay because I'm crazy. Spice is the villain. No, I'm not with Justin no more. I don't play them games. So when all of y'all was on the internet talking about, oh, y'all look so cute, bitch. I'm not staying with no man for look cute. Oh, y'all look so nice together. I'm not staying with no man to please anybody on social media for look cute. I'm not doing that. So let me backtrack again and move back here. When I moved from my house 40 minutes away from Atlanta, because I don't live in Atlanta, I'm afraid for time. I move all the way to Fayetteville. So everyone who lives in Georgia knows how far Fayetteville is from Atlanta. So when I come with a mix up now and I move all the way to Fayetteville, you move behind me for a storyline because you're the one who moved for the storyline. I bought my house before you. And when you found out that I bought my house, you was going around trying to fight to get the house beside you. Because you saw a storyline in it. So you was the one who sold me out for a check. I didn't need a storyline. I already had my story. My real life is my story. I don't have to make up story to go up and love and hip hop. Me's a real artist and a real gal. You moved all the way behind me for a story. And then you turned around and act like, oh, I'm crazy. After everything that you did to me and I'm moving away to find peace when I thought I was dying in my lowest time, you turn around and say, you go to people here, you know, to Rashida, I don't know what's wrong with Spice. Oh, she just been acting crazy. Bitch, you know, you knew. What are you talking about, Karlie? Innocent Karlie. Spice is bullying me. I don't know what's wrong with her. You know, Karlie Redd, you know what's wrong with me. So because we're on a show, obviously they're gonna want to have conversation. They're gonna want to know what's going on. But if we were never on Love and Hip Hop, bitch, you wouldn't see or heard me again. You would ever see me breathe. And you know this. So all of them look a forced conversation where you want me to come play and act like you. See, I'm not an actress, and I realize that when it's late. I'm on Love and Hip Hop, and a lot of y'all motherfuckers on that show is like, y'all like to act. Y'all like to act, and it's not just you, Karlie. A lot of them, they like to act. When the cameras come on, we get some different people. What's wrong with her, bitch? You know. I just don't know how to put it on and turn it off, and that's where I went wrong. I'm always going in with my real self. Bitch, you fuck me up, I don't want no friend from you. That's just me and who I am, and that's where I go wrong. But you know how to act. You know when the cameras come on, you need to start crying. You know when the cameras turn on Karlie Redd, you need to start crying so that Spice can look like the villain. I didn't know. I never go acting class. I never take no classes. You never tell me that. So when we all in the room in real life and all of y'all who hate each other and talking shit about each other, when the camera come on for to talk on the real truth, I lie. Oh gosh, I don't know how to do that. Nobody never tell me say so it for go. Bitch, you never tell me say I ask how I run for and love and hip hop. So when me go on it with myself, natural self now, I mean no say you not like me. I me go on it and me from you not like me, me not like you neither. Oh, Spice is so angry. But you know, should I tell me say I act me for go on it go act? Cause I didn't know I should be acting. Me never know me go on it with my real self. I don't like for turn on for the camera, and that's the problem. So I'm not doing that. So what else me need to clear up? Because I'm not come back and talk about this again. What you want to believe, and who you want to take it and run with it. Karlie Redd did not get me on Love and Hip Hop. Let's clear that up tonight. Karlie Redd did not know me when I went on Love and Hip Hop. So most of you on Love and Hip Hop page who don't really know Gracie or don't really know Spice and like to talk about the little 30-20 seconds that you see, let's clear this up right now. Karlie Redd did not get me on Love and Hip Hop. The first time I met Karlie Redd was when she came to Montego Bay. She didn't know me. She never met me. We were never friends. We never spoke. She don't know how I got on that show. And how I got on that show is a secret, but I can call Stacey Chung name, which is not Karlie Redd. And the woman who pushed and vouched for me to be on that show, I'm not going to say. But it wasn't Karlie Redd. So y'all can stop with that narrative that, oh, but Karlie Redd got you on the show. No, the fuck she didn't. She did not know me. She didn't know who I am. But she liked to read the comments and leave those comments and act like it's true and go to the ones that is saying bad things about me and answer to that and talk about, I don't know what's wrong with her. You know what's wrong with me, Karlie. So Karlie Redd, after you used me, because that's what you did, and I'm going to continue to say it, you feel like you don't need me anymore, and you feel like you're cool with your little fake friends who want to be friends with you because they now don't have no friend. You're gonna get what's coming, I'm telling you. Because you like for play, like you feel like say you're a victim all the time. But you don't understand. Let me explain something to you too. Because you see, I'm very strong-headed and strong-minded. I don't care what people say about me on social media.
Press pause. See, this is what they want y'all to believe. And all of them say it. I don't care what anyone has to say about me. Sure you do. Yeah, you do, because if you didn't, then there would have been no need for this live. But this is what they all do. They all have to get on social media and give a response. Why? Because they have to play to the crowd. The crowd has power. I keep telling y'all that. But the crowd doesn't use its power wisely. But they all care. They all care. If I got on here and told you that I didn't care what people had to say in my comments, I'd be lying to you. Because the fact of the matter is, I care about what people say in my comments. Because there's a certain community that I'm trying to build over here. There's a certain aura, atmosphere that I'm trying to develop over here. A safe place for people to be able to come and communicate and have fun together and grow together. It's about producing positivity in our lives. It's about the power that we gain on the inside when we learn to produce positivity in our lives. It's about setting ourselves up to prosper and to have prosperity in our lives. And it's also about becoming the greatest version of ourselves and also understanding that I can have fun while doing it. Anything other than that, baby, is uncivilized, so it will not be tolerated because negativity and toxicity dilutes positivity. And if I want my confidants to be positive and prosper, then that means I have to limit the toxicity and the negativity that they have to deal with or experience over here. So people have to be honest with themselves and stop talking about, oh, I don't care what people think. Sure you do, because if you didn't care, then you wouldn't address it.
I got a heart in here that I try to make sure that is right with God. And as long as my heart is right with God, bitch, I'm good. Okay? So when you try to plot, twist, and create this narrative and you feel like, oh, Spice, people saying things about Spice and people saying bad, I don't care. You care about it. You're the one who used to take pills for it. You're the one who normally go crazy. You're the one who normally can't sleep. I sleep good. I sleep good because I know my heart. I know who I am. I know who I was to you. I know I was a great friend. I know everything I did for you. I know how I pushed you. I know how I supported you. I know what I was for you. I know I was a real friend. I know how much I loved you. So there's nothing that you guys can do and tear and stir to make it seems otherwise, because I know this, baby. My heart that beats inside, I know that. So as long as me and God good, Uno can say whatever Uno want to say about me. Uno can twist whatever Uno want to, so Uno can plot whatever Uno want to stop. But tonight was the night. Me not even have no voice, but me have to come and be my own voice and talk for myself. Because when I try to create this narrative, oh, I'm so afraid of Spice, but you want to be my friend. Make it make sense, because the math not mathing. Make it make sense. Spice, don't let them say she love you. They not. I just wanted to clear that up because I feel like I said, Love and Hip Hop is not a Spice show, so we're not gonna get the full detail when the episode them come on. So me have to use my platform when me have my little platform and explain myself to my fans. It just so happens that you guys are on here as well. But me owe it to my fans for explain. So listen, I disagree. Nobody feel like me crazy. Me now get up and say, oh, I don't want to be somebody's friend for no reason. I'm not mad. I'm not crazy. I just love hard. I'm very passionate when I love. And yes, I did love Karlie. She was my friend. Well, I thought she was. What? No. Me and the man not there. On the death. What me I do with people when me can't trust? So I'm not going to stay on here. I think I said all that what I needed to say. I read the letter for you guys. I explained in detail what happened. And somebody say you hate her? No, I do not hate Karlie Redd. But all what I spoke on that letter is my truth. And I'm going to speak my truth. Because since as the platform now give me the opportunity to explain myself how I want to. And it's okay. I don't care. But I have my platform. I'm going to come and speak my truth, and that's my truth. This is what helped me. This is really what helped me. Make sure you go on my website, spiceofficial.com, and buy one of these. When I tell you this is really what helped me, I have a 30-day healing page in this as well. I have my prayer is amazing, by the way, guys. I gave you a long way how to pray, how to ask for forgiveness, because I had to ask for forgiveness because I was in a place where I felt like I'm never going to forgive Karlie for what she did. But I ended up overcoming and I forgave her because God says you can't even pray if you have somebody up in your heart. So I had to learn how to pray for Karlie so that I could pray for myself. And I didn't know how to do that. I had to go to, a period in my life where I had to make sure I was able to forgive people. You can't have people in your heart and then you go to God and I pray. Prayer and I work so. And so for the question that said, if I hate Karlie, I do not hate Karlie. I had to pray for Karlie. I had to pray for Karlie that she could find peace. And I also pray that God will give her the strength to speak truth and stop playing victim, because that's what she's been doing to me. And she may not want to do it now, but that's okay. Even if it's years later, she will come and speak that Spice did not do anything to me, because I didn't do her anything. And when I was angry in, is it Bahamas or... When was I? Is it Bahamas or Barbados? I always get those two Caribbean country mixed up. But when we went to the island, I was angry. It was because of all of the buildup, and because of how she kept going to people and saying, "Oh, I'm so scared because Spice is bullying me," and knowing what she did to me, it made me angry to know that after what she did to me and I move away from them, she ended up coming, buying the house and turning it into a production house. So it was a lot of things that was making me angry, but people wasn't seeing the insight of all the burden. But like I said, I'm over that now. I don't feel that no more. So at the time when I was angry, I was so mad that my friend was doing those things to me. That's just what I was going through. So I had to literally go through a healing phase in my life. So I created a 30-page in this book that really helped me to kind of overcome.
I'm going to stop it right there, but I thought it was very interesting that she started talking about the journal, because I'm actually currently working on a journal. And I'm working on a journal that's going to be available for sale for my confidants, because like I keep saying, I'm all about us growing and excelling and becoming the best version of ourselves over at this channel, in this space, in this community over here that we're creating. We spend so much time focused on the mess that we miss out on the ministry. You are a ministry in the life of someone else. And if we never take the time to stop and focus on the ministry that is us, then someone is not going to get blessed the way they are supposed to be blessed through our existence. There's someone that everybody in this world is supposed to minister to. But it'll never happen if we don't start focusing on getting ourselves to the place where we can actually be that ministry to someone else. So I'm actually working on a journal, and I'll show you a few pages from that journal. It's called the Manifest Journal, because we need to start focusing on manifesting some things. Like, I'm ready to start hearing praise reports and testimonies from myself and from my confidants on some things that we started manifesting when we started focusing on ourselves and developing a positive attitude. So it's going to be called the Manifest Journal. There's going to be a self-care checklist where you're able to go through the checklist each day. And I think I'm going to do this as a 30-day journal. I may do like a 30-day, a 60-day, and a 90-day. But you're able to go through the self-care checklist and make sure that you're focusing on yourself. And then we're going to have a habit tracker so that you can start tracking your habits, those things that you want to start turning around and work out for the good. Drinking water, working out, reading, writing. These are positive things that we can do to start changing our lives for the better. Just the basics. So then we have why affirmations matter. So there's a section on positive affirmations. There's also a section on helping you identify your current mindset, because a lot of people really don't know where we are mentally at this moment. And that's why we're so confused and can't figure out a direction to go, because you don't even know what your current mindset is. You don't know if you're angry. You don't know if you're hurting. You don't know if you're lonely. You don't know if you're just tired. You don't know if you're having withdrawals. You don't know what your mindset is. So it's helping you to really identify what your current mindset is, which is going to take some self-reflection. Then there's a manifestation planner. What do you want to manifest? What's going to be your prayer? What limiting beliefs are keeping you from getting there? What is going to be your daily affirmation that you're going to use to manifest that? And then what is your action plan to actually manifest that thing that you see in your mind? But then there's also going to be a monthly budget. because it's no good if God helps you manifest what you need and you're not making sure you're budgeting so that you can hold on to the blessing when you get it. So I am really working on a journal for y'all. I want you to drop some champagne glasses in the chat if you're interested in getting a copy of this journal when it comes out. All right, but let's get into what Spice was talking about in this video. So I need all my bottle girls to scoot up. Grab you a chair and scoot up to the front of the line. So she identified 6 things that she had a problem with Karlie with. And to be honest, if you were really listening, none of these 6 things that she identified as the issue that she had with Karlie are really the issue. We're going to tell you what the issue is. So I'm going to go back through and summarize what she said her problems were, and then we're going to discuss them. I need you to drop in the chat and let me know what you think about each of these points, and then we're going to go through them, all right? So the first thing that she identified was when she was in the hospital fighting for her life. Karlie said she didn't tell anyone where she was, but then someone by the name of Princess told her that Karlie had called her and told her to come visit and where Spice was in the DR. She said it made her feel like Karlie was deciding who was entitled to come visit her in her lowest time and who wasn't. So that was problem number 1. Problem number 2, she said there was a group chat with Karlie and her friends, and I guess some of Spice's friends, and Karlie tried to turn her friends against her, and she said her feelings was hurt. One of her old friends sent a hospital video that she didn't know was recorded, and she said it made her feel like Karlie was using the hospital visit against her because it was actually showing the doctor speaking on her illness, and Karlie kept this for an entire year without telling her. She said that was the day the friendship ended for her. Number 3 was the construction of this song that Spice helped Karlie with, and I think Spice was also on the song. She said she invested time into making sure it was good, and she didn't stop until it was perfect because she believed in Karlie when no one else did. She said when it was submitted for celebration, Spice was left out of it. She said if she put in, if she was part of the pain, she should have been part of the game. So that was number 3. Number 4 was how hard she went on Karlie's birthday. She said she flew her out to Costa Rica. She didn't let her know where she was going until they landed. She booked her a suite. She said she couldn't tell her other friends because she knew they would be upset with her. She also said there was no cameras or anything because she wanted Karlie to know it was from her heart. She bought her Louis Vuitton bags and Versace bags. She bought her a cake. She rented a party bus, but she never spoke on it or spoke on how much it cost because that's not how she is. But in turn, when her birthday came around, she said Karlie was telling people, she was complaining to people about how much she was spending on her. She said her feelings was hurt and it made her feel less than herself and embarrassed. She said all the gifts that she got for Karlie came from Lenox Mall. The bag that Karlie gave her seemed to be fake. It felt like a knockoff. And she explained to Karlie why she thought it was a knockoff. And then number 6, she said that her friend had sex with her ex-man behind her back and Karlie knew about it and didn't tell her. When she told Karlie about it, she acted like it was nothing and continued to show up to places with her friend. She also says that whenever she loves someone because she loves very hard, they always betray her. So now that you have the summary of all the issues, now we're going to go back one by one and break them down, all right? Let's go. So let me start off by saying this, right? I think Karlie Redd is an opportunist. I do. Now, I haven't really followed Karlie outside of seeing her on Love and Hip Hop, but from even just that, I think she's an opportunist. I think anything to give her an opportunity, she's going to jump on it, and I think that makes for a horrible friend. But I also think because of this, it gives her a bad rep because I feel like sometimes Karlie has good intentions, but poor execution. And we all know people like that. And her intentions are often overlooked because of her bad behavior. It's hard for me to believe that you're being genuine to me when I've watched how you screw over others. The problem is you can't be a lion and the lamb. You got to choose your struggle. You can't cry wolf and then be the wolf, because all people are going to hear is the howl even when you're the prey. But that doesn't mean that she's completely wrong. Now, this is going to be my opinion before the people under the stairs jump in my comments with that foolishness, because we don't have Karlie's side. This is just Spice's. This whole drama, and we might not need to go back point through point, but this whole drama is an issue of not knowing your friends. It is. Somehow we think the only people we should spend time getting to know are the individuals we are dating or the individuals we're thinking about marrying. But that's not true. That's how y'all friendships break up, and then all of your information is all over social media. You blast it all over YouTube because you didn't know the individual that you called friend. You know nothing about them, so how do you know if or when you are crossing a line, or even what they're capable of? We call people friends just for the hell of having someone to call friend and just to not be alone. And then we're shocked when they cross the line, but you never set a boundary. You never have the conversation with your friend on what your definition of a friend is, and if you have any expectations of someone that you call friend. We somehow have this ideology that people should just know, and that's not the case, because I'm not the friend who's going to call you on the phone 24/7. I'm not. So if that's what you're expecting, you're probably going to call me not a friend because I don't like talking on the phone. But that doesn't mean that I'm not your friend, or that if you need to rock, I'm not going to roll, huh? That's not what that means. It just means I don't spend my time sitting on the phone every day, all day. I got ish I'm trying to accomplish. I feel like I'm playing catch up from a major loss. So if you're on the phone with me right now, if it ain't about building, the conversation is probably not going to last too long before I have to go to the bathroom or walk the broom or brush the walls or water the TV. I don't know, but I'm focused on something. Do you really know the people that you call your friend? Do you? Or are you just associated? Meaning you are attached because you have commonality. You have camaraderie. All of your friends are not in the same category. They're not. You have friends you kick it with, but those may not be the friends that you can tell your business to. You have friends you call when ish get wicked, and you also have friends that you know are all talk, but you know they're not going to bust a grape. You got friends that you even know are like family. And guess what? All of these friends can be in the same friend group, but you have different relationships with each of them, because a relationship is between two individuals. Relationship means two people on a ship learning to relate. Whether it's friendship or relationship, you can only relate to one person at a time. And this is why you have problems in friend groups, because individuals begin getting jealous of the relationship you have with someone else in the group, not understanding that my relationship with them and my relationship with you are two different ships. So no, what I do with them, I'm not going to do with you, because that's not the nature of our ship. But because we don't stop to set the standard for our ships, we end up in situations like we have here with Spice and Karlie. And listen, I lost a whole friend in Vegas because of bad behavior and because of not fully knowing who I can go on vacation with and not. And I mean, we were friends. Now, this is where it comes to knowing your friends, right? I know this friend. I know this is the friend with the nasty attitude and the slick mouth. Now, we know this. We know this about her. And I also know that she can be a little possessive. If you ever had one of those friends who feel like they don't want to share you with nobody that they really don't know, and you can't too much introduce them to new people. Yeah, one of them. So we all go to Vegas for my birthday. Me, her, another friend, and a god sister. Plus I have a friend who lives in Vegas. And one of these nights when I do a mess and relaxation, which is going to be a late night live, I'll do the full story, because baby, It has layers. Drop in the comments and let me know when is a good time during the night to do a late night live, because I want to make sure I have people on the live, because I don't want to be on here talking to myself. But the late nights, those are going to be a real treat, baby. Please and believe. But back to the story. So when we link up with my friend that actually lives there, baby, when I tell you she showed her entire arse. And now this is my first time in Vegas, mind you. This is my first ever vacation, because I was so dedicated to my children that I said for my 45th, baby, I wanted to do a thing. You hear me? By the way, if you want to go to Vegas for cheap, I have a video on my page that shows you how to go there for cheap. This channel has some of everything, but child, she cut the hell up. I was borderline homeless in Vegas on my birthday. I kid you not. I have a friend who flew home early. Like, I'm the sweetest person you ever want to meet or know, until you push and push and push till I get tired of being pushed. And baby, I was a quarter to penitentiary that weekend. I promise I was. Because how dare you, on my birthday, have a temper tantrum because of who you don't want to play with on my birthday. But then I have to tell myself, you got to learn that you can't go on vacation with every friend. So we have to learn how to put our friends into categories and know not to allow those friends to overstep the lines. I don't care how much your friend begs and pleads and cries. If you know this isn't a friend you can't tell your business to, why are you sharing your business? You're setting yourself up for failure. That's like giving it up to a man and then being mad because he won't stop being a hoe. You knew he was a hoe when you gave it up to him. I know. Somehow in our mind, we think our Tootsie Pat is what's going to change him, what's going to get him to stop and become a kept man. But then you get upset with him because you had an expectation that didn't fit his modus operandi. So whose fault was it really? Because if you keep playing kibble, you're going to keep getting bits. So we have these relationships and friendships with no boundaries and no expectations set. They have no direction, and you're wondering why you keep bumping heads. It's because you don't even understand why this particular person is in your life. This person could be in your life for you to show them through your interactions with others what a true friend is. But you made them a friend yourself, and they're not even on the same level to reciprocate your level of friendship. Now you're upset because you're saying they consistently cross the line. But the fact of the matter is, they're not even at the line yet, baby. They're not at the line because they're not even on the same level. That's like you going to handle business and taking your friend that likes to party all the time and getting mad at her because all she's thinking is partying while you're trying to handle business. You knew who you took to the meeting. Watch this, right? If you keep 6 figures in your account and your friend only has $6, you know damn well they can't move the way you do. So why do you keep inviting them out and then talking about them when you have to pay? What the hell did you expect when you knew where your friend is? How about playing something on a level that doesn't make your friend feel less than, or teach your friend how to get 6 figures? But see, y'all not ready for that kind of conversation, because that means allowing someone else to be on your level without envy and jealousy, and everybody seems to want to be the star of the show. I'll let you enjoy my spotlight, but I got a problem if you're trying to shine with me. And that's the problem with y'all friendships. That's the true problem. Karlie, Love and Hip Hop OG, star. Spice, new sensation, star. But neither of these stars teach you how to shine together. I think this is what happens when the cameras interfere with real life. I think a lot of these reality stars are always looking for the next shot. It's like every moment is a potential camera moment. It's like every moment of their life is an act. I think this is Karlie's problem. She's always Karlie Redd and never Keisha Lewis. She uses drama and mess for relevance. So when Spice says she tried to control who could see her in the hospital, remember when I said some friends want to have ownership and are possessive with you and don't like to share? Some friends like to make the decisions on who comes in and around and who doesn't. That's like you allowing one of your friends to plan a party for you and they don't invite anyone they don't know or care for. It's the same scenario. On the flip side, though, it could be a situation of, I care about you enough to protect you from anyone who will bring toxicity while you're in a vulnerable state. So I'm trying to protect you and provide a safe space for your healing, because she made sure that the one person that Spice said was sturdy for her was actually contacted. But if you don't know your friends, you won't know whether this person is being childish or concerned. And considering Spice says she loves hard and everyone she trusts hurt her, she's looking at everyone through the eyes of her trauma. So in all honesty, no one truly has a chance to really be her friend. Drop in the comments and let me know which one you think it is. Was Karlie being protective, or do you think she was being petty? The second thing that she mentioned is this group chat. And y'all are going to get enough of these group chats, because everybody in the chat is never on the same page. That's the problem. Private chats never seem to stay private. Never. And everyone has their own intentions on why they're in the chat. Now, she never said what it was that Karlie supposedly said, so unless she had screenshots, to me it's hearsay. Let me tell you what you can't do to me, right? You can't come telling me what somebody else told you about me, because my next question to you is, why do they feel comfortable enough to have this conversation with you about me? And number two, what did you say? The only conversation you should be having with me is, this is what happened and this is how I handled it. Baby, anything less is uncivilized. If you can't trust everyone in the chat, then you shouldn't be in the chat. That's how you cancel mess. But on the flip side, what if she was sending the video to keep people posted on her condition and there weren't any ill intentions? But if you don't really know your friend, again, you won't know. Now, I know we are discussing Karlie and Spice, but really everything that I'm saying is for y'all, so that y'all can step back and survey your surroundings and know who you need to move away from and know who you need to pull closer. Personally, in regards to this situation with them two, there's no way I'm recording anyone without their permission. No way. And definitely not showing it to anyone without their permission. I think she recorded it for an opportunity and she posted it in the chat so someone could leak it and she could step back and say it wasn't her, because why else? It would be one thing if you were sending it to my family to let them know that I'm good because I'm so far away, but to send it in a group chat and not tell me that you sent it in the group chat, yeah, some of y'all need to remove yourselves from these group chats immediately, because there's nothing else that's going to come out of it but mess. So what do you really think Karlie's intentions were for sending that footage? You recorded me at my most vulnerable time and didn't tell me, and then sent the video to other people. What do you think about that? So then, yeah, we dissecting this thing on the day. So then she spoke about this celebration for this song, and I can completely understand Spice's frustration, and I'm sure some of you can too, because I've been this person. Listen, it's a part of my business. I'm a business strategist. I help people strategize and develop processes and procedures and trainings, and I did a lot of it for free, just to turn around and have the same people that I help pretend that they did it on their own. I had a friend who had a platform, right? She had like an online talk show. And I saw her struggle. And I told her, I don't want to see you struggle. I know what that feels like. Let me help you while I'm trying to build my clientele, because I'm also a personal vision coach. So I told her, let me help you. I met with her team and showed her how to run her meetings so that they could be more effective. I showed her how to have the topics all set in advance, did her flyers for her, and I did all of this to help her set up her platform free of charge. She could text me and say, friend, I need a session, and I would give her one for free. She would tell me I need a visualization session, and I would customize one specifically for her and turn around, and she would tell others that I tried to steal her platform from her. And her platform was nothing like what you see here. And it was all because I started telling her, you can't just call me and get what you want at the drop. We got to have a timeline for these things. so that I can make sure that what you're asking for, you're getting in a reasonable amount of time. But you can't call me at 8 o'clock in the morning and want it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's not how that works. And that's probably why I'm fighting so hard to get back on my feet now, because I spent more time helping to build others than I did myself. And by the time I realized that it's okay to invest in me, I had lost everything. See, I was taught if you give, that God will give back to you. But what I didn't realize was that with that giving, you have to use wisdom. So I get putting your time and energy and effort into helping someone for them to turn around and basically spit in your face. But again, this is why you have to know your friends, and this is why you have to set boundaries. And we seem to have a problem with setting boundaries, because at some point we have to stop holding others accountable for the boundaries that we refuse to set. Y'all know what we lack? We lack discernment. The ability to see through what is present to what it really is. We lead so much with our heart, and even the Bible tells us the heart is deceitfully wicked above all things. Who can know it? We have no discernment, so we are consistently caught off guard. We don't pay attention to no signs. I can't trust anyone that I consistently see harming someone else. I can't, because if you can do it to them that easily, who am I? Have y'all started checking your friendometer gauges yet? Because that's the whole point of this. To see who do I really have around me that I'm calling friend. Because some of your friends are really foes. They're just dressed up like sheep. See, this might not do numbers because this isn't talking about others. This is talking about you. And we don't like talking about ourselves. Nah, because that means we have to take accountability. Yeah, that word. For what we let into our lives. At some point, you can't keep blaming the snake for biting you when you knew it was a snake when you picked it up. And if you say, I didn't know it was a snake when I picked it up, then you got to blame yourself for touching something and you didn't know what it was. See, that's how accountability works. But I promise you, if you pay attention to what I'm telling you, I promise you're going to see through a whole new set of eyes. So now we're on to this birthday. And this is where I really need you to know who your friends are, right? Because when I went to Vegas for my birthday, the infamous birthday trip I told y'all about earlier, baby, none of us had money like that. I promise you. I had a friend that wanted to go, but she had just had knee surgery. So I let her be in my room because, child, listen, I did a timeshare thing, so I got 3 nights for free. Now, considering I knew the financial situation of everyone on the trip, we found things to do for my birthday that they could also enjoy that didn't cost a lot of money. As a matter of fact, I don't even think we spent over $500 the whole weekend. Fun doesn't always cost a lot of money. So I wasn't taking anyone I knew was real bougie, because we're not going to make our friends feel less than by going to places that they couldn't afford to enjoy themselves. This is my birthday, but I want to enjoy my birthday with everybody. So I'm going to make sure everybody is going to enjoy. Now, I don't know what Karlie's financial situation is, but if you're going to go all out for me for my birthday with the expectation that I do the same for you, then we have a problem. I don't want it. Because if I can't measure up, then what? What if I can't afford to get you or do for you what you did for me? Does that make me less of a friend? If I do nothing, it's going to be a problem. If I get you a knockoff, it's going to be a problem. For me, I'm grateful for anything anyone does for me, because it's the thought that counts. I could care less about a name brand anything. Once I fulfill my dreams, then maybe, just maybe, I'll think about somebody's name brand. But to be honest with y'all, I couldn't tell you what a Louis bag comes in, what a Versace comes in, none of it, because I've never purchased one. I've been given them before, but I've never purchased one myself. So if somebody gave me a knockoff, I wouldn't know how to tell if it was real or not. And more importantly, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't. And would rock it like it was the real thing. Please and believe. We got to stop with the expectations. We got to stop, because that's where we go wrong. Now, if Karlie's money is up like that, then yeah, it just lets you know what she thinks about your friendship. But I think we've learned in 2024 already that these people money really ain't as long as they want us to believe. And the crazy thing is, I know people who are complainers. They complain about everything they do. But the funny part is, it's really not complaining. It's really them bragging. Y'all ever met anybody like that? Y'all, I spent $5,000 on this party. Ooh, this food cost me $2,500. They're not complaining. They're bragging. They're high-key trying to low-key let everybody know how much they spent on you. Because for some people, it's all about the numbers. So what do y'all think? Y'all think Karlie was being cheap? Or do you think she really don't have it like that? Which one y'all think it is? Because remember, this is the same girl that had to go to Young Jock and ask for some money to get them breasts redone because they was leaking. So what do you think it is? You think she done came up on her coinage and she was just being petty? So now we're going to talk about this next one, and I think this was a big one. So I want to know what y'all think about this one. So here's the whole point of this whole video that took her 45 minutes to get through. All of the rest of this stuff really don't matter. If there's a ninja involved, it's always going to be about the ninja. The cats can't think straight when the pickle gets involved. So Spice said the real problem is with this friend of Karlie. So apparently this friend and her ex had a thing. Karlie has a friend that took down her dude before. This friend also used to do Spice's makeup. She said she's been in her house and she's been at places that Spice has been at. And they didn't tell her that her and Spice's ex used to have a thing. They told her it was before her and they didn't think it mattered, so that's why they didn't tell her. She said she don't care how old it was, she should have known. And Karlie remained friends with this girl and it made it seem like she was doing too much. So she bought a house, Karlie moved behind her, and the girl is still her friend, so she has to come home and see this girl. So I don't know if this is the reason why Spice and her dude broke up or not, but my question is, why does it matter? If I'm his current and you're his ex, why the hell do I care what you had? I mean, if we're going to talk about it, then let's talk. Scoot up. Because, see, now this conversation is for grown folk. Why does it matter? This is business. It's not personal. Y'all don't know how to separate business from personal. So I'm supposed to mess up my money because me and your dude had a thing in the past? We always talk about keep it professional, and then you're mad because she did just that. How does that change the fabric of your existence to know me and your dude had a thing in the past before you? It wasn't for her to tell you. That's between you and your ninja. My man could be surrounded by a trove of his exes and I wouldn't give a damn. Hi, I'm Journey. Nice to meet you. Because what? They can't do no more to him than he allows them to. And if my relationship is solid, then what am I tripping for? The only reason a woman would have to be intimidated or insecure about an ex is because she fears their ability to come in and do something for your man that you're not. Listen, if your man is turning tricks into treats, then he ain't the one for you, silly rabbit, because tricks are for kids. You better know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. As women, we got to stop being so damn petty, because to me, that was petty. It would have been one thing if the girl was trying to get back at him, but she didn't say that. She said that it was in the past, it was before her. So why do you care what happened in 34 BS before Spice? That's not even something for you to divert your attention to deal with. The old folk will say, we got to choose our battles. We spend so much time wasting energy on battles that don't matter, that when we make it to the one that our energy should have been stored up for, we don't have enough left in us to fight with. I mean, if we're going to talk about it, then let's talk. Scoot up. Real grown folk-ish. You're too valuable to waste your time regurgitating the past, especially when it's someone else's past. But because we never allow ourselves to heal, we look at every situation through the eyes of our hurt. Now, whether Karlie did this out of spite, I don't know. It could be just that she didn't think it was important, or because she's been so accused of being messy all the time, she didn't want to be a part of it. That's between y'all. Y'all figure that out. But then Spice said she's still friends with her. See, that's this pick a side narrative that I hate. I hate it because it's so immature and childish. Why do I have to choose because y'all can't see eye to eye? Ain't we grown? Everybody, you gotta pick a side. No. How about y'all need to grow the hell up? My relationship with her has nothing to do with my relationship with you. You don't get to dictate that because you have an attitude. But to be honest with y'all, none of these things that she listed is the real problem. It's not. I'm going to tell you what the real problem with Spice is. The real problem is when she made this statement. She feels like Karlie used her and feels like now that she's gotten what she wanted from her, she doesn't need her anymore. This is the real problem. When you feel like someone is using you, baby, everything is amplified. The reason concerns 1 through 6 exist is because of this one right here. Do you know why we feel used? Because we don't pay attention to the signs until it's too late. Usually by the time we feel used, we've poured out so much that we're almost on E, and then the signs become amplified. I'm going to say something to you that I need you to hold on to and not let go of. Everybody can't go with you to every level. And it doesn't mean that you don't care about them. You know that saying that people are in your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime? Sometimes people are only in your life for a season. And when the season changes, they're gone. Sometimes people are only in your life for a reason, and once that reason is fulfilled, they're gone. But the problem is we make these individuals our friends, and we get upset when their time is up. But it's because you didn't take the time to identify why this person was really in your life. Yeah, I'm going to be relaunching my Wellness Waves Wednesdays on this upcoming Wednesday, and some of y'all need to pull up and learn how to heal because we are operating so much through trauma and it is destroying all of our relationships. I had to pause them because my daughter lost her baby at 7 months pregnant, and watching my baby go through that and having to deliver the baby and seeing my grandbaby come out not breathing had me in a place mentally and emotionally. But we're about to relaunch, and some of y'all need to pull up because some of y'all are in pain. You see pain in everything, and where you don't see pain, you cause pain. Because living with the pain is easier than dealing with the cause of it. So we're sabotaging ourselves and everything connected to us. That's what the secret in champagnesecretzz is. This is the secret in the bottle. This is really an empowerment channel. My true confidants know that without me saying a word. But it's hidden in the videos, so you don't know you're getting it until you get it. And it's free to all of those who want it. If there is one thing that everyone should be doing, it's learning to protect your peace and protect your space. And that means being careful of who you allow in and around your space. When we start doing that, we'll realize the less mess we'll find ourselves involved in. So that's all I have for this one. What do y'all think about this situation with Karlie and Spice? Do you think their friendship can be salvaged? Should it be salvaged, or do you agree with Spice and think Karlie was just using her? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if you started surveying your surroundings and writing out eviction notices. If you've enjoyed today's show, consider hitting that like button. Consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming a confidant yourself. And if you're not quite sure yet, it's okay. We'll leave the light on. Consider supporting the channel. All proceeds right now are going to assist my daughter, who recently lost her baby, my grandbaby. And so right now, all cash apps that you send are going to support her. So consider supporting the channel. Confidants, always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, and that includes friendships, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till we meet again. Ta-ta.